Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out on this rainy afternoon to support our students here on stage. My name is Karen Williams-Lanning, and I'm the band director here at Swain High School. We want to welcome you to our Far West Honor Band Clinic. This idea began several years ago with a dear friend of mine, Jennifer Gibson, who is the band director at Hayesville. And we said, hey, you know, we need to do it all county, except for many of us in rural areas, there's only one of us are in the county. And so it's like, how can we make this work? And so Far West was born. And this has been going strong. I know she would be proud to see that this is still going. I also wanted to add something that I thought was very special for those of you that knew Ms. Gibson. This past weekend at our all-district clinic, Tim Sale made sure that her name was on the ballot to be voted upon to receive the WNC, the Western District's Award of Excellence that recognizes band directors in this end of our state. So, the membership overwhelmingly wanted to see her recognized, and so she was awarded the Award of Excellence, and we will recognize her at the state conference this fall. So that's very special, and I wanted to share that with you. I also want to tell you that this would not be possible without all of the directors that have come and all the students from all the schools. So I would like to recognize each school that's here today participating. We have from Andrews High School and Andrews Middle School, their students and their director, Mr. Samuel Kolotsky. We have, We are very excited this year to have with us students from Cherokee High School. We are so glad you joined us today, and their director, Sarah Hopkins. From Franklin High School, we have their students and their director, Mr. Daniel Ball. From Hayesville Middle and High School, we have their students and Miss Alexis Dockery. From Macon Middle School, their students and their director, Mr. Tom Graham. We're also very excited to have our Murphy students back with us. So please welcome our Murphy students and their director, Mr. Joshua Parker. Our Robbinsville Middle and High School students and their director, Amber Watkins. Our Swain Middle School students and their director, Mr. Tim Sale. And our Swain High School students. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Sale and let him introduce you to our first clinician.
Well, good evening again, everybody. Thank you for being here. Our first clinician is a really good friend of mine, but also a fantastic colleague. He's the band director at Bethel Middle School over in Haywood County. If you know anything about that area, it's a lot like where we live. It's very rural. It's just very similar to what we're in every day. And that's an awesome thing. Mr. Daniel Trivett grew up on a farm down east a little bit, so he gets us. And that's why we asked him to come out here. He has been a fantastic proponent of music education this weekend. These kids have been up and moving. They have been playing random instruments in the back and the percussion. You're going to see that today. He's been engaging. It's been exciting. And I know you're in for a treat. You could read all about him in the program, and you're not here to see me talk. So if you will help me welcome Mr. Daniel Trivett to the stage.
first piece this afternoon was Sky Splitter Fanfare by Brian Balmages. A fanfare is a strong, triumphant, ceremonial piece that usually introduces something or someone important. It was also the first piece we played together this weekend. Our next piece is entitled Hearth by Matt Newfield. This piece is unique because it recreates the feeling of sitting by the fire, spending time with family and friends during cold winter months. With lots of unique sounds that allude to a warm, inviting home, you may even hear the crackling of a fire. We hope you enjoy this performance of Hearth. Our third piece this afternoon is Bravado Tango by Jack Wilds. The tango is a dramatic dance inspired by a variety of European, African, and South American influences, and it often depicts the struggles of normal people dealing with everyday life, which sounds a lot like middle school to me. We hope you will get your toes tapping on our rendition of Bravado Tango.
next piece this afternoon is The Quest for Coronado's Gold by North Carolina composer Chris Ferguson. Coronado was a Spanish conquistador who was famous for exploring the American Southwest in search of Cibola, the mythical 7 cities of gold. Throughout this piece, you can hear some of the people he encountered along the way, as well as hints of the elusive gold that inspired his journey. We hope you enjoyed the performance of The Quest for Coronado's Gold.
Good afternoon. That's what I get there. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It's kind of a rainy day. Really appreciate it. I've just totally enjoyed getting to spend the weekend with your children. It's kind of like being handed the keys to a nice sports car. You just get to hump it and drive it. If you're out to jump it off because it doesn't start like the rest of the cars, right? And I just get to stand up and just wait when things just happen. And a lot of that's because folks like you have got your kids in these programs. They're amazing. They're smart, they're focused, they work hard. We worked our tails off yesterday. They probably crashed when they came back to the house because they're probably tired, but we came back this morning to do it all again. And they're just amazing, and they are amazing because of you helping support them in what they're doing, and all of our teachers out here are just doing phenomenal work. We were talking at lunch, and it's just amazing. We got together, and everything just sounded great on the first day. We didn't have to fix a whole lot. No, too loud, too soft, play more. They just knew what to do because they're so well taught. And I think we just need to give another round of applause to all the teachers out here in the Far West. It's been an honor and a joy to come spend this weekend out here in beautiful Far West with all these wonderful kids. And so I'm going to turn it back over to them because no one wants to hear and see me talk. We want to see these guys like Gage.
Our final piece this afternoon is Mechanical Monsters by Randall Stanbridge. Full of creative percussion and sound effects, this piece has your band transforming into a massive, monstrous machine. We hope you have enjoyed our performance, and we are excited for you to see our very own Mechanical Monster from Far West.
half of our program today. This is going to be our high school group. We are very excited to have Mr. Nathan Brown as our high school clinician this weekend. He is currently the director at North Buckham High School. He studied at Western Carolina University as well as the University of Nebraska at Omaha. He has received multiple educators awards, and his groups have received superior ratings in all areas of concert, marching, and jazz performance. What I want to share most with you today about Nathan is what an incredible colleague he is to work with in the Western District. He cares so deeply for students and so deeply for music education. Our students have had an incredible weekend under his instruction. So please help me welcome Mr. Nathan Brown and the High School Far West Honor Band.
Thanks so much, everyone. That was a tango. It's been a fun piece for us to work on the last day and a half. Guys, what a great group. This has been a true joy the last kind of day and a half with these folks. Super kind, super hard-working kids that are just a joy to be around. So parents, whatever you're doing, keep it up. They've been an absolute blast. This has been a great community. Big shout out to the band directors here and the entire just community that's involved with this whole organization with the Far West. Hospitality has been second to none. It's just been a great experience. So it's a great opportunity for these kids to do this. Our next piece is called Reflections on a New Tomorrow. We talked briefly about this, but just kind of wanted to dedicate this to kind of the crazy month of October with the devastation with Helene. I'm from Buncombe County, where my school's at, and we were out of school for a month. We had no power for 2+ weeks. And I know we were also hit here as well. Everybody's kind of got a story behind what that meant to Western North Carolina in particular. Although this is not necessarily about a hurricane or flooding, but it is about looking towards the future and recovery and just excitement for the new things that are getting ready to come and just kind of moving past. It's a very beautiful piece. At the beginning, it's got some definitely some fast stuff towards the back half of it, and it's been a fun work to do with them. So without further ado, here's Reflections on a New Tomorrow. Thanks so much. As we're doing a quick transition here, just a quick moment, if you would, parents, just of how important music education in band is. I had a quick conversation with the kids towards the end of our rehearsal day about how unique and how special and how awesome it is to be a part of something like this. There's very few things in this world where you can put a bunch of teenagers together from all different areas, with all different backgrounds, and in literally a day and a half can give a concert. Okay, that's rare in this world. And it speaks a lot highly of our band directors here in the Far West District. It speaks a lot of the communities that support this. This pays off. A lot of these individuals behind me are going to be bosses, CEOs, general managers, lots of really, really important people in society, and lots of, just because of the great skills and the great things that band does. Not about playing music necessarily, but they're going to be great members just within society, whatever direction they choose to go. Thank you, parents, for all the renting of instruments, bringing them to late night practices, picking them up when it's 1 o'clock in the morning after a football game. You know what I'm talking about. So thank you guys. This has been, it's been great to work with them on this and just kind of have them experience the journey of playing with new folks with new music. So completely going to change the game here from that last piece. We're now going to do a piece called Hypnotic Fireflies. Really unique piece. This is kind of what we call a soundscape. So there is not a lot of big melody lines in this piece like you heard from the last one. In this one, it's really trying just to create a landscape. The one that this is trying to paint is like you're walking through a park at dusk or dawn. There's street lights on, fireflies off in the distance. So a lot of twinkly sounds. We have a mounted and microphone slinky that's back over there. So we have as an instrument. It's a stretch, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's a slight pun. This is a deceptively difficult piece for these kids. It's relatively easy note-wise, but it takes a lot of concentration to count through rest and come in at the right time. But they worked really, really hard on this one. We're excited to present for you Hypnotic Fireflies. Thanks so much. Just on a personal note, this is a weird kind of full circle moment for me, and it does show a little bit about how band kind of brings people together, music education brings people together. So Daniel Trevor, who's the clinician with the middle school group, oddly enough, I grew up with Daniel. I heard him practicing his drums across the creek from us when we were a farm over. And although he was older than me, oddly enough was a great mentor kind of growing up, helped me a lot getting into college with Western. And I owe personally a lot for this guy, and for me to share the stage with him, I was like, yes, absolutely, I'll be here for this. So a really cool full circle moment. You never know when that's going to come together. So just thought I'd mention that really quickly. I just thank you guys so much for having me out, having Daniel out. To work with these great kids. These have been really, really awesome students to be a part of. Our last piece, this is our big one. So this was a tough one. It's in a minor key, which is a lot of stuff we play is not in minor. So it takes a little bit with some intonation. There's a lot of different tempo changes in this one. It's got a lot of different styles that's in here. So it's called Armenian Rhapsody. It's based around a couple different folk tunes that you'll hear throughout the piece. But the kids wanted to play, and I said, let's go for it. So thank you so much for having us. Here's our last piece, Armenian Rhapsody.